To Blooms and Stitches, guys. My name is Anne Marie. This is your first time here. My channel is all about either plants, crochet, or everyday life, and I do also have a playlist that has my audiobook. I'm currently writing a book about my life. I'm up to chapter 13, so go over there and check it out. Anyway, today we are going to do a short tutorial on how to crochet an earring, a DIY earring. You can see I have on the Jamaican colors, so I will be doing the crochet earring in Jamaican colors as well. As I look at myself, I'm smiling because this morning I went to 11. Somebody said I reminded them of the chocolate, the candy, the rounded candy called Maltese, or is it Maltese? I don't know, but I agree with them. Anyway, it's that season where people are going on to doing road march festival. They're going out to food fest, jerk fest, whatever. So I thought it would be a nice time to do an earring that you could wear if you're going to a Jamaican food festival, or maybe you're going to Caribana and you want to have an idea of how to represent your flag. It doesn't have to be the Jamaican colors. This tutorial is not really beginner friendly. I'll try to make it as easy as possible, but it's maybe intermediary. And if you have any questions, leave it below. So with that being said, let's get on with this tutorial. As you can see, guys, I've gone ahead and I've completed one of the earrings. This is what it looks like. I'll go ahead and I show you how to complete the second earring. For today, what we will need is a wooden circle. I got these from Amazon. The link will be in my bio. You will also need a crochet needle, and for today's tutorial we'll use a 4.0 millimeter crochet needle, a darning needle to complete our work. I would suggest that you buy a darning needle with a bigger head, but that's what I have, so that's what we're using today. I did purchase this earring set from Michael's. I'm here in Canada, so I purchased it from Michael's. As you see me opening, you will see what the set entails. It's the loop that can be put in the earring, so it makes it easier for you to do your DIY. You can either use the loop or you can use the straight tool that pushes through the hole in your ear. All right. And also for the backing, I use the simple plastic backings. For the yarn, I use a medium weight number 4 yarn in black, green, and a gorgeous yellow gold sunshine color. That is the colors that are in the Jamaican flag. Okay, so we're going to begin by doing a slip stitch. This is how you do the slip stitch. You put it over your needle. You take up the loop in one hand and you loop it around. All right, so because I don't want any of this tail leaving around, I will crochet it inside of the actual piece that I'm going around. I'm a little bit nervous, so bear with me, and let me see if I can zoom in a little bit so you can see exactly what I'm doing. Just a moment. Okay, perfect. Let me go again so you see it's going under the ring, taking up a piece, bringing it around, and it's a single crochet, but you're single crocheting around the ring while you're having this piece in. And we're going to do that all around the wooden ring. And this wooden ring is so light. I have another earring that I've made using the same wooden ring, and it was such a joy to wear. It doesn't weigh your ears down. See how we've gone so far? This color is a beautiful color. And guys, I'm going to make a top out of this yellow and green. So tell me if you want me to do another tutorial. It's just a mesh top, so tell me if you want me to do a tutorial. All right, if you don't catch it yet, you can absolutely go back and slow down the video a little bit. And you see, for this piece that you're seeing, don't worry about it. We could just take the scissors. You can take the scissors and snip it off. There you go. All right, okay, so let's get back to it. Let me show you again. Going under, and each time you do it, you try to push it down a little bit, kind of, you know, put it together so that it's close together and you're not seeing the bamboo underneath it. So let me zoom out a little bit. Sorry. There you go. And I'm going to do this straight around, and each time I single crochet around the wooden piece, I push it down so that you're not seeing anything under the crochet, under the yarn, like this one. All right, okay, so I'll come back when I'm closer to the end. Now that we're at the end, I'm going to do another single crochet around the wooden piece, so you see, and I will now slip stitch into the first stitch on the piece. That's what it looks like. You are not seeing any of the wooden piece that was underneath it. And you know, you could wear it as it is, but because I'm extra, I want to go ahead and put some of the Jamaican colors with it. All right, so let me show you how I add on pieces. Now remember, I am not proficient at what I do. People just ask me, can you do a tutorial on how you do the earring, right? So every crochet person, they may have their own ways. If you know what, an easier way of joining the pieces, the different colors, please let me know if you have a different way of how you do that. But this is how I do it. I pull up the slip stitch a little bit, and I do a knot like this, put it around the piece, around the crochet needle. My Lord, am I nervous? I'm so nervous, I'm sure I'm shaking. I hope I get more proficient at this, but don't mind me. All right, so I go to the front of the slip stitch and I pull this through. So now you have, let me see if I can zoom in. So now you have 2 stitches on it. We're gonna slip stitch the first stitch through that, bring it up, bring it up, and then you go underneath here and draw it through. And when I draw it through, I pull that yellow cord on it. See, I pull that on it so it doesn't pull out when I'm doing the other pieces. All right, so now I'm going to put down the piece a little bit. I'm going to cut the yellow piece. Technically, I could have cut the yellow piece from here, but I still want to make sure that the piece won't reel out when it's finished. You understand? So I'm giving it that extra knot, and I'll make sure the yellow piece is cut off. Again, if you know a different way of how to join your pieces, you can absolutely let me know. All right, so with this tail that we have, oh my god, let me set my camera properly. With this tail that we have, we're going to go ahead and put it in here, but we are going to chain 2, right? And in chaining 2, we're going to count 2 stitches up here. 1, 2, 1, 2, and on the second one we single crochet, chain 2, count 2, 1, 2, you push it into the second one and you single crochet, And we're going to do that for 5 times. So already we've done it 2 times, 1, 2. So we're going to do it 3 more times. 1, 2. Count the 2 stitches. 1, 2. Second stitch. Come here, tail. We're going single crochet. Right? 1, 2. Go into the second one. Single crochet. How many times have we done that? 1, 2, 3, 4. We need another time. 1, 2. And you count 2 stitches. 1, 2. And the second one we go into. But I know you must be wondering what's happening with this little bit here. I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off as close as possible so your work is neatly done. All right. Okay. So now that we're here, we're going to chain 2 again. Chain 2. Turn our work. And what are we gonna do? We're gonna single crochet. All right. 1, 2. Single crochet. 1, 2. Single crochet. You might be wondering, where are we crocheting? It's the loop that we made. These are the loops. If you look, you will see that there are loops made by the 2 chains that you made for each one of these rows, each one of the 5 rows. All right, so 1, 2, single crochet. Here we are. 1. All right. So with the black, we're going to do the same thing, and I want you to watch me, because I know I showed you how I added in just now, but I'm going to show you a second time. Okay. All right. So we have the nose that we made. Put it around here, and we go to the front. Let me see if I can zoom in. You see the front of, are you seeing this? The front of this piece, this is where you have 2 lines. We're going to push it underneath to the front of the stitch, underneath. And you see, I have this black thread there. There are 2 green threads. We're going to pull that black thread through, but we also want to pull this additional thread too. So now when it's there, we now have these 2, but it's the black that we're using. So we're gonna pull you through too. All right. And we draw the green string to make sure it's tightened, and we chain 2. Chain 2. All right. Let me zoom out. Okay. Now that we've chained 2, we're gonna tie it off, just as what I did when I was changing from yellow to green. We're gonna tie it off. All right. And we're gonna make sure it's drawn taut. And we're gonna cut the green. Beautiful. See? And now we're gonna go ahead and continue. Okay. So for this row, remember, we did 2, chain 2, and go into a loop. So we're gonna do that 2 times for each loop. We already have 2 on our hands. We're gonna single crochet here, but we're gonna do it another time for this loop that we made. 1, 2, go back into the same hole, single crochet. All right, see what we did there? Let me do it again and show you. 1, 2, chain 2, single crochet into this loop here that we made. 1, 2, and back into the same loop, single crochet. And you may be wondering what we did with the tail. We're gonna just cut a little piece of the tail because we brought it far enough. We know it's not gonna unravel. And we're gonna do the same thing for each one of the other 4 rows. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4 on the end that's left. So we're gonna do it now. 1, 2. Crochet. 1, 2, back into the last one. Sometimes with the last thing you can't see. Let me just be certain that we're on the right track. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're on the right track. So we just need to, as we say 1, 2, we are going to slip stitch into this last one, slip stitch, and tie off. All right, and this is where your darning needle comes in. Now, as I said, you don't need to do these colors that I did. You can do your other colors. You can go all around the piece if you want. You can, but this is just a little simple thing that I'm making to show you how I did my other earrings. Just a moment. All right, so the darning needle, you see how this end has a little bit of black going down? That's exactly what I will do. And I just push it in like that. Hopefully you understood exactly what I did. If not, I can make another video going it over. Tell me what you like, tell me what you didn't like in this video. Just let me know. And I'm planning on doing a little mesh cover up, so you can tell me if you would want me to do a tutorial on the mesh cover up. All right, now that that's done, I will go ahead and cut off. Okay, I'll clean up our area so there's no confusion. All right, so we open the top, and this is what it looks like. We take the circular one. That is what it looks like. We go ahead and we open it. Where's the opening? Okay, here it is. Hold on. And I should have a little tool that I use to open it, but for some reason I can't find that tool. So we go ahead and we put this on. See, already on. So I've repositioned it in the center, and there you go. It's closed. I think it's closed. Yep. Closed. And you just turn it around. There you go. And I take one of the rubber backings and I put on it. Simple, quick, and easy. Quick and easy. Let me put them on for you. Now, if you've come this far in my video, I want to tell you thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Hit that post notification bell so you are notified when a new video is coming on. Thank you from Blooms and Stitches by Anne-Marie. Until I see you in the next one. Or you're just going to maybe the road march, the carnival that we have in